Hello people, how are you? What's up? I hope you all are doing extremely beautifully amazing. So people, yesterday in our last lecture we have begun with this most beautiful practical chapter called as Insolvency Bankruptcy Code 2016. Under that chapter people we understood what all sub chapters are there. Number one is CIRP, Corporate Insolvency Resolution Process, and number two is liquidation of a corporate person. So Insolvency Bankruptcy Code 2016 is going to come for 7 to 10 marks in your CMA final law exam. Okay, and last lecture people we have begin this sub chapter called as Corporate Insolvency Resolution Process with an amazing story of DHFL. What is the full form of DHFL? Diwan Housing Finance Limited. We understood so beautifully why CIRP was the only way possible to revive the DHFL's situation. Yes or no, people? And then, people, we had completed with which all topics? Quickly tell me. Number one is who can initiate CIRP? We understood. Number two, who cannot initiate CIRP? Also, we understood. Then, who cannot be resolution applicants? Also, we understood. Then people, we understood what is the process of initiation of CIRP by financial creditors, operation creditor, corporate creditor. Okay. And then people, we understood the concept of moratorium period. Yes or no? A legal freeze against cases that can be filed against the corporate. No one can file case against corporate creditor. Okay. Then we understood what are the duties of insolvency resolution professional. Then people, lastly, we have understood the concept of committee of creditors, how is the voting calculated. Sir, in today's lecture, are you going to complete off this subchapter? Yes, we are going to complete off with this subchapter. After that, we are going to do a thorough revision of the entire chapter in just 20 minutes. After that, we will be solving past year's question paper, expected questions, and that's it, people. We are done with our Insolvency Bankruptcy Code 2016. I'm 100% sure that once you are done with these lectures, 7 to 10 marks are a very, very easy cake for you. Yes or no, people? Perfect. So, without wasting any time, let's resume our let's resume our subchapter of CIRP. So, people, we are going to talk about meeting of creditors. Okay. Let's get started. Okay. So meeting of creditors. How many points are there, people? 6 points are there. We're going to understand how is the meeting conducted of committee of creditors. Number one is, people, the RP conducts COC meetings. Either it can be in person or either it can be through online. Notice is sent to all the COC members. Number one, all the suspended directors and partners, and number three is, people, all the operation creditors. Are all operation creditors given notice, people? No, only those operation creditors are given notice where the dues are more than 10% to only them OC notice is given. Yes or no, people? Perfect. And then, people, we understood who has the right to attend. Are only committee of creditors have the right to attend? Let's see. Directors, partners, and one representative of all the operational creditors can attend, but they cannot vote. This is very, very important. They can attend the meeting. They can watch what all decisions are taken, but they cannot vote in the meeting. Yes or no, people? And then, people, we understood appointment of other insolvency professionals. Sir, already one insolvency professional appointed. Why are we going to appoint another insolvency professional? Let's understand. Creditors can appoint another insolvency professional to represent them. Why is that so? People, if committee of creditors think that the resolution professional is very, very friendly with the corporate debtors management, he is only taking sides of the corporate debtors management, then what will happen? Committee of creditor will feel they might not feel secure. So what they will do is they will appoint another insolvency professional, and that insolvency professional will represent these committee of creditors so that no biasness can take place. Now, this insolvency professional appointed by COC and this insolvency professional appointed by all the COC, they both will talk. They will both will analyze every single decision so that all the decisions are completely unbiased. Basically, the insolvency professional will just give advice to the committee of creditors whether to vote or not vote. Simple. If I don't have knowledge, if I think that the person before me is making a fool out of me, I'm going to appoint an expert who is going to act on behalf of me. Very, very simple. Yes or no, people? Very easy. Then, voting rights. We all know, people, how are the voting rights calculated? Creditors vote based on their debt share determined by the RP as per board guidelines. We know this already. Then, people, majority requirement. Resolution involving secured creditors require a 66% majority to pass. Okay, people, we're going to understand. Okay, when would 51% criteria is required? When is 66% criteria required? And when is 90% criteria is required? Okay. Now, meeting protocol. Everyone will have to follow the protocol specified by the board. Which board? Is it Board of Directors? No, it is Insolvency Bankruptcy Board of India. Okay, now let's come to the mind map. Yes. So RP can conduct COC meetings either in person or either through video conferencing. Notice is sent to all the COC members, all the directors and partners, and all the operation creditors if dues are more than 10%. Okay. Then people understood who have the right to attend. Obviously, to whom the notice is given, they have the right to attend. But can they vote, people? No. Directors, partners, representative of OC, they can attend the meeting, but they cannot vote in the meeting. Okay. Now then people, we understood appointment of other insolvency professional. If committee of creditor feels that this insolvency professional is very, very friendly with the corporator's management, I don't trust him, I also don't have that much knowledge, so what I will do is I will appoint a person to represent me, and that person will vote in my best interest in the COC meetings. Yes or no, people? Very simple. And then people, we understood meeting protocol specified by Insolvency Bankruptcy Board of India, they have to follow. And then people, we understood how are the voting rights calculated. Creditors vote based on the debt share determined by the resolution professional. After that, we understood resolution involving secure creditors require 66% to pass. Yes or no, people? Perfect. Okay. Now let's come over here. Duties of the resolution professional. What are the duties of a RP? People, this is very, very important. Question can be asked. Question was rather asked in the exam. Same question. Duties of RP. Let's understand. How many duties are there, people? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 duties. Very simple, short. Preserving and protecting the asset. So people, if RP finds that a machinery of factory of a corporator is not secured, RP will take hold of those assets. They will put a lock on the assets so that to secure the assets from getting theft, from getting hidden, from getting stolen. Stolen, theft, one and the same thing. The RP must preserve and protect the corporate debtors' asset, including managing ongoing operations during CIRP. Yes or no, people? Perfect. Number 1 point is preserving and protecting the assets. Now, number 2 is, people, actions within the power of insolvency professional. So, insolvency professional has got all the powers to make sure that he collects all the information. Yes or no? He can get access to all the books, records and property of the corporate data so that he can manage it in the best way possible in the interest of committee of creditors. Yes or no, people? Perfect. The RP can take action specified under section 25 subsection 2 that talks about what all actions can be done by RP, such as taking possession of company documents and conducting due diligence. Yes or no, people? Perfect. And number 3 is approval of COC for certain action. We're going to understand what all decisions are there where COC's voting is very, very important. We're going to understand. Okay. The RP requires prior approval from COC for actions like raising interim finance or creating security interest. If resolution professional feels that to keep the factory running, to pay the employee's salary, to pay the worker's salary, we require finance. So RP can raise interim finance to pay to them. Yes or no? Perfect. For that, COC's approval is required, people. And next is resolution plans. The RP invites applications for resolution plans, presents them to the COC for approval or rejection. For example, people, before Piramal Group acquired DHFL, so obviously there were a lot of plans that was put before them. COC selected the best plan and that was Piramal Group. Yes or no, people? So RP's job is to invite application and present them before COC. Very easy, people. Let's revise again using mind map. People, I hope you are finding my mind maps very, very useful. Please let me know in the comment section that do you feel the magic of mind maps, yes or no? Right, people? Okay. Now, duties of RP. Number 1 is, people, preserving and protecting the assets plus manage the operations of corporate data during the CIRP. Yes or no, people? Perfect. Then whatever actions are within the ambit of RP, he has to take that action, like getting hold of books of accounts or conducting due diligence or taking possession of any property of CD. CD means corporate data. Okay. Now, third is, people, approval of committee of creditors. Certain important decisions, you're going to understand what are those decisions, require prior approval of committee of creditors. Okay. And the last is RP's job is to invite applications for resolution plans and then present them before COC for approval. That's it, people. Very easy. Now, next is, people, 11th, 12th, 13th. 3 topics remaining, people, and that's it. We are done. So, what all decisions, what all actions of RP that requires prior approval of committee of creditors? Yes or no? Let's understand what are those decisions where COC's approval is mandatorily required. Number 1 is, people, raising interim finance. So, people, RP can raise short-term loans for what purpose? To keep the data factories running or to pay salaries to workers. For that, if they require finance, they can take a loan. But before that, whose approval is required? COC's approval is required. And number 2 is, people, creating security interest, which means what? If the resolution professional to get funds, if he wants to mortgage the corporator's asset to get hold of funds, for that COC's approval is mandatorily required. Yes or no, people? Perfect. Number 3 is, people, change in capital structure to attract the investors. If RP feels that debt should be converted into equity to attract investors, COC's approval is required. Okay. Number 4 is change in the ownership. If 30%, 40%, 50% shares are proposed to be acquired by another company, like Piramal Group acquired 100%. If only 40%, 30%, 60% or some acquisition needs to happen, it will require COC's approval, obviously. Next is instructions to financial institutions. Okay, if resolution professional feels that a certain amount of money has to be paid to the vendors, corporator can instruct the bank, corporator no, insolvency resolution professional can instruct the bank to pay money regularly to the vendors automatically. Such instruction can also be given to the banks. Next is related party. If corporator wants to buy raw materials from the director's brother, it's a related party transaction. For that, COC's approval is mandatorily required. Next is amend constitution documents. If AOA or MOA, articles of association, memorandum of association needs to be changed, it will require the approval of COC. Okay. Next is delegating authority. If resolution professional feels that a factory, in order to be managed well, we require a consultant to manage their day-to-day operations. For that purpose also, RP can appoint consultants. So RP can delegate the authority. Yes or no, people? Perfect. Disposing of shares. If shares wants to be sold to a third party, for that also COC's approval is required. And then people, management changes. Major KMP needs to be replaced. For that purpose also COC's approval is required. Yes or no, people? And next is transfer of rights. For example, if corporator is getting a very big contract from a client, if RP feels that corporate is not ready to handle such a big contract, but we can sell these rights to get this contract to some other person or a company for exchange of money, that right can also be sold. But before that, COC's approval is required. And next is people, changes in personal contracts. If you want to increase the salary of CFO, if you want to increase the salary of directors, if you want to increase the tenure of major KMP, it requires approval of COC. Okay. And next is, if auditors needs to be replaced, if you want to change their remuneration, if you want to change their tenure, if you want to remove them, you have to take approval of COC. And last is people, inviting prospective resolution applicants. Before RP invites resolution applicants, for that also COC's approval is required. So people, to understand this better, what I've done is I have grouped it into categories. Example, all the financial decisions like raising interim finance, creating security interest. Third is changing capital structure. So 3 points under financial decisions, 2 points under ownership and shareholding changes, change in ownership interest, disposal of shares. Next is with respect to management, governance, personnel changes. How many points are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. Delegation of authority, change of auditors, modification of KMP, change in the management of the corporate debtor. Next is legal and transaction matters. 3 points are there. Number 1 is RPT. Number 2 is transfer rights or financial rights. Third is amending the constitutional documents. And last people, E point, where 2 points will come under. Inviting prospective resolution applicants, and number 2 is instructions to financial institution. That's it, people. We are done. You just have to memorize the category names. Remaining every single thing will be taken care of by you itself because of the grouping. Yes or no, people? Perfect. Now let's come to last 2 points. Before we come to the concept of information memorandum points, let me just tell you the basic meaning. People, information memorandum includes all the important details. Sir, what are important details? Ongoing cases of the corporator, assets, liabilities, loan details, and all the pending dues of the corporator. Every single thing is mentioned in a document, and that document is called as information memorandum of the corporator. So why are we preparing these documents? We are preparing these documents to help the potential buyers and to help the investors to understand the business and the financial position of the corporator, so that they can take better decisions whether to really acquire this CD or not. CD means corporator. Very easy. Again, so information memorandum includes all the important details. Sir, what are the important details? Assets, liabilities, loans, dues, all the pending cases of the corporator in a document. Why are we making this document? To help to make sure potential buyers and investors can understand the business and the financial position of the corporator. Okay. So now, let's understand what all points are there with respect to information memorandum. Number 1 is people preparation. Number 2 is role of resolution applicants. Number 3 is obligations of resolution applicant. And number 4 is relevant information. People, I have taught you when I was conducting the lecture of how to write answers in the most beautiful manner possible. I've told you how to write the answers. First introduction, then you have to write all the points. If you remember examples, just write the examples, and in the end, conclusion. That's it, people. You have to write in points. You have to write in crispiest way possible. No paragraphs. You have to underline the keywords. You have to draw in a line separating one answer from the other. If you have got ample amount of time, draw the mind map so that examiner's main focus will go to mind map. Okay, once his focus goes to mind map, he will get an impression that yes, this student knows what he is writing, and then he will read your answer. Again, he will not read your entire answer, he will only read your keywords. And that's how you fetch maximum marks in the best way possible. Yes or no, people? Perfect. Now let's understand concept of information memorandum. So information memorandum is prepared by whom, people? Information memorandum is prepared by the RP with all the details with respect to resolution plan following the IBBI guidelines. So Insolvency Bankruptcy Board of India has given a strict instruction as to what all things you have to include in the resolution plan. Yes or no, people? Also in information memorandum also, what all things you have to include? Yes or no, people? Number 1. Number 2 is role of resolution applicant. The RP appoints a resolution applicant who submits a plan based on information memorandum with access to all the relevant data. First of all, information memorandum will be prepared. Now, based on this information memorandum, there might be hundreds of resolution applicants, but the one who fulfills all the criteria will only be entertained. Now, who will appoint them? RP will appoint the resolution applicants. After resolution applicants submit RP, then resolution professional will submit and present these plan to the committee of creditors so that they can take the best decision whether to proceed forward with this resolution plan or not. Very easy, people. Okay. And number 3 is obligations of resolution applicant. The applicant must maintain confidentiality, protect IP, and not share information unless confidentiality is maintained as per the section 30 subsection 1 of IBC. So people, based on your information memorandum, resolution applicant pyramidal group cannot take away the trade secrets, cannot take away the client list of DHFL and then sell it to them, sell it in money. Not allowed, people. So RA, resolution applicant, shall not trade secrets, shall not sell trade secrets. Yes or no, people? And last is whatever relevant information is there, financial position, dispute details, any other information required by the board, that has to be presented in the information memorandum. Yes or no, people? Perfect. Let's come to mind map. So, number one is preparation. RP prepares with all the necessary details, information memorandum. We know all the details. Next is, what is the role of RP? Appointing resolution applicant plus submits based on the information memorandum while having access to relevant data. Okay. Number three is, people, what are the obligations of resolution applicant? To maintain confidentiality and to protect the intellectual property. And last is, relevant information includes data, financial position, disputes, or any other relevant information as required by Insolvency Bankruptcy Board of India. People, are you finding it very easy? Yes or no? Now let's come to last topic, that is insolvency resolution process cost. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what all things will be included in the insolvency resolution process cost? Number one is, people, interim finance. I have told you, people, if RP has taken a loan to pay off the salary of the worker, to make sure to keep the factory running, to get the raw materials, what all interest, what all charges was charged while taking the loan, all these charges will be included in the insolvency resolution process cost. Next is RP's fees. Obviously, fees paid to RP for professional services. And then, people, business should keep running, cost of raw materials, electricity, and then staff salaries, every single thing. While the company is into the CRP, all the expenses will be included in the insolvency resolution process cost. And next, people, government dues. If government is assisting the corporator in any manner, like providing with all the NCLT infrastructure expenses or providing an online tracking system of the application, the charges will be given to the central government, and it will come under, again, insolvency resolution process cost. And last is other cost, audit fees, legal fees, all the expenses as specified by the Insolvency Bankruptcy Board of India will come under insolvency resolution process cost. So interim finance refers to financial debt raised to meet working capital requirements during the insolvency resolution process. And we are done with our next chapter also under IBC. Two of the most important, IBC, liquidation of a corporate person, and CRP. Among these two subchapters, number one, CRP is done, people. Yes or no, people? Now. Sir, what else is remaining? This is done. Duties of COC is done. Prior approval is done. Information memorandum is done. And last is insolvency resolution process cost is also done. Now, people, I'm going to tell you simple what all decisions will require how much person voting rights. So, people, there are three types of voting. Number one is 51% rule, 66% rule, and 90% rule. Obviously, 51% rule is for routine matters like day-to-day normal decisions by COC, approving ordinary expenses or operational actions. Very easy. 51% is required. Now, 66% are major decisions. What are those? Approval of RP, extension of CRP, replacement of RP, all section 28, interim finance, that what we understood right now. Every single thing, all the major decisions will be taken by 66% majority. And last, people, 90% is when withdrawal or settlement. What is the meaning of this? The CRP is to be withdrawn under section 12A after admission. If every single dues are settled, then if CRP is supposed to be withdrawn, for that 90% consent of COC is required. 90% COC must agree to stop the insolvency process. So if you want to stop the insolvency process, 90% consent is required of COC. 75% rule, which you might find in a module, it is now struck down. It is a traditional old law. Now it is 66% everywhere. So 51% is for routine decisions, 66 is for major decisions, and 90 is for withdrawal of CIRP. Okay, okay, okay. So people, let's start with the revision of CIRP. Take 5 minutes break and then we'll get started. Okay? Hello, people. Hello, people. Shall we get started? Chalo. So, people, quickly, within 20 minutes, we're going to complete off with the revision. Okay. So, people, who can initiate CRP? Quickly tell me. Financial creditors, operation creditor, and corporate creditor. Now, who cannot initiate CRP? Number one is corporate who is already under CRP or PRIRP. Number two is corporate creditors of a debtor in a PRIRP. Corporate is already in the process of PRIRP, and the creditor is again filing for CIRP. Not allowed. Number three is people, corporate creditor who has already completed CRP in the last 12 months. You cannot initiate CRP. Next is if CD has violated resolution plan, you cannot proceed forward. Next is corporate creditor in liquidation. Once liquidation order is given, you cannot again initiate CRP. Okay. Next is process of initiation by financial creditor. Let's come over here, people. Process of initiation by CRP. Yes. So, number one is initiation of application individually, jointly, or on behalf of others. If on behalf of others, 100 or 10% of total creditors of that class. Okay. Number two, what all content should be there in the application? Number one is record of the default. Number two is name of the RP proposed. Yes or no, people? And number three is people, role of NCLT is to make sure to verify the application within 14 days. If no default exists, if the application is incomplete, if there is a discipline proceedings against IRP, then application will be rejected. But 7 days time will be given to rectify your application. Okay. And next is admission of application. If NCLT is satisfied that default exists, it will admit the application and CRP will begin. Okay. Now next, by operation creditor. So operation creditor has to send a demand notice plus invoice to the corporate debtor. Now corporate debtor has 10 days to respond with the payment of proof or dispute details. Then people, if no response has been given by the corporator, OC will file an application under NCLT. But before that, he has to send demand notice or invoice. Next is admission of application by NCLT. Again, people, same review and admit the application. If application is complete, debt is unpaid, no dispute, no discipline proceedings. If there is any problem, 7 days you will get to rectify the default, rectify the mistake. Okay. Now let's talk about the corporate debtor. So application initiation of CRP by the corporator. How is this done, people? Application is given by corporator to start with CRP. Obviously, what all documents have to be furnished? 3 types of documents, including 3 types of documents. Number one is books of account. Number two is proposed RP's name, and number three is special resolution of shareholders or partner. Next is timeline. Again, same timeline. NCLT will take 14 days to review. If it is incomplete, they will give additional 7 days to rectify the default, rectify the mistake, and then people, commencement of CRP from the date of NCLT's admission of application. So COVID period is excluded. Very easy. Okay. Now next is okay. This is also done. Now moratorium period. On the insolvency commencement date, moratorium period begins, where no legal actions, no lawsuits, no legal proceedings can be taken against the corporator, no asset can be transferred, disposed, or alienated. Number three is no security can be enforced. And next is no recovery by owner or lessor of the property. And next is supply of essentials should not be stopped. Okay. Exception is If central government notifies certain transaction not to be included in the moratorium, they can allow. And next is surety in guarantee are not protected. Only CD is protected. Guarantor is not protected. Okay. Now next, what are the duties of IRP? What are the duties? What are the duties? Collecting information with respect to business operation, assets and liabilities. And number 3 is financial payments. Okay. And number 2, receiving and collecting the claims of the creditors. And number 3 is monitoring and managing the operations. And next is all the information should be filed with the IBBI or an information utility people. And next is taking control of the assets. We already know those people. And last is, we know corporators employees should cooperate with the insolvency resolution professional. If they are not cooperating, IRP can go to NCLT to make them cooperate. Okay. Now next, Committee of Creditors Composition, Powers and Functioning. Constitution formed after or before IRP collects claim. It is after IRP collects claim. Once he finalizes the list of creditors, and then COC will be formed. Assesses the financial position. Okay. And next is who all will be excluded from COC? Defaulters. And next is RPT, directors, relatives and major shareholder who are holding more than 20% shares will be excluded. And next people, multiple creditors in consortium. If there are multiple creditors, each creditor will have voting rights based on the amount of debt owed to them. And next is operation creditors can only attend, they cannot vote. And the financial creditors can vote. If they are related party, then they will be not included. And next is right to access information. COC can request any information about the corporate, and IRP has to give that information promptly. Decision making will require 66% majority. Yes or no, people? And next is, we all know this, financial creditors who are related parties will be excluded. Yes. So we are done with how many points? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's it, people. Let's come to the next one. Committee of Creditors composition. Now, meeting of creditors. Okay, meeting of creditors. Creditors are formed. Formation of COC. RP conducts COC meetings in person or in video conferencing. Notice is sent to COC members, directors, partners, and operation creditors if they are owing more than 10% dues. Next, people right to attend. Director, partner, one representative OC have the right to attend, but can they vote? No. Next is appointment of other insolvency professional. If COC feels that this IRP is very much friendly with the corporate, we cannot trust him, so he will appoint another IRP to act on his behalf, to represent him. Yes or no, people? And then meeting protocol should be followed. Majority requirement. Resolution requires 60% majority if they include secured creditors, and then voting rights is based on the amount of debt owed. Yes or no, people? Okay. Now, what are duties of insolvency resolution professional, people? Number 1 is preserving and protecting the assets plus managing the operations of the corporator. And number 2 is whatever actions are within the power of IRP, he has to take it. Next is approval of CSC for certain decisions. We know this, people. And last is his job is to invite resolution plans from the resolution applicants and present them before COC. Okay. Now next, this one is prior approval of COC. Okay. Prior approval of COC. Yes. For certain actions by RP, it requires 66% in favor. Number one is financial decisions. What are the three financial decisions? Raising interim finance, creating security interest, and number three is changing the capital structure. Yes or no, people? Next is ownership and shareholding changes. Change in the ownership interest and disposal of shares. Next is with respect to management, governance, and personnel changes. 4 points. Number one is making any changes in management level or a subsidiary. Number two is modification of KMP contracts. And number three is changing the auditors. And number four is delegation of authorities. Okay. Now, dealing process plus financial institution control. Okay. Inviting prospective resolution applicants and instructions to financial institutions. Remember, people, we need to make payment to the vendor. So we give you instruction to pay the vendor directly. Remember, people? Yes. And next is legal plus transactional matters. Related party transactions entering into RP will require COC's approval. Number two is if you are transferring rights or financial debts, it will require COC's approval. And next is if you are amending, if you are changing the constitution documents, it will require COC's approval. And next is deal process. Yes. This is also done, people. Perfect. Now information memorandum. So what all things will be included in the information memorandum? We know, people, financial position, dispute details, or any other relevant information. Okay. Now obligation of the resolution applicant. He has to maintain the confidentiality plus he has to protect the intellectual property. Yes or no, people? Role of RP is to appoint resolution applicants and submit based on the information memorandum given by the RP while having access to all the relevant data. And last is prepares with necessary details. Very easy, people. And the last is, people, insolvency resolution process cost. 4 points. Interim finance will be included. Number two, RP fees will be included. Number three, business running cost will be included. Government cost will be included. And last is additional cost. So we are done with corporate insolvency resolution process. Yes or no, people? So we understood every single concept using logic, using example. We revised using mind map. And after completing the entire chapter, we again revised using mind maps. What else do you need, people? We are done. We are sorted. Yes or no, people? Chalo. Sir, now what? Now we are going to look at the past year's question paper. So in 2023, no question was asked from IBC. Let's look at this one. Who are the persons not entitled to initiate resolution process under IBC 2016? Let's find out the answer. Now you have to find out the answer, people. Who cannot initiate CRP? These 5 points you have to give 7 marks. Such an easy. Yes or no, people? So easily you got 7 marks. Perfect. Now what, sir? Next is under section 28 of IBC. This one is which attempt paper? This one is December 2024 paper. Earlier we looked at which attempt paper? Earlier we looked at June 24 attempt paper. Before that, where no question was asked with respect to IBC, was December 2023. Okay. So December 24. Let's look at it. Under section 28 of IBC, RP will have to take prior approval of some cases, otherwise it will be invalid. What are those cases and what percentage of voting is required in favor of the decisions? Okay. Let's find out the answer. prior approval of COC for certain actions by RP. These things you have to write, people. Easy, 7 marks. Yes or no, people? Okay. Now let's look at this is June 25, last attempt paper. Discuss about the management of affairs of the corporator by interim resolution professional. Okay. Duties of interim resolution professional: collecting information, receiving and collecting claims, considering COC. People, such an easy question. For 7 marks it is asked. Yes or no, people? People, I want every single one of my students to score an exemption. People, I'm giving you every single thing. If you need anything else, I am going to give it to you. Okay, just let me know in the comment section. Whatever you need from my side, I'm going to give it to you. Okay, from my perspective, people, if I would be a student of CMA final, I would want notes should be very, very easy to understand, crispy, quickly to learn. That is given to you. Number 2 is mind map is also given to you for quick revision. Okay, past year's question also paper we solve, people. That's it, people. Clearly we are done with the sub-chapter of CIRP. Yes or no, people? Okay. Now what, sir? What else are you going to give? I'm going to give you expected questions of CIRP which you have to solve. Let's start solving. XYZ, a manufacturing company, okay, has defaulted on payments to ABC Bank. XYZ defaulted on payments to ABC Bank, a financial creditor, obviously, and also PQR enterprises and operational creditors. PQR. He is OC, this is FC. Okay. ABC Bank files an application under Section 7 of IBC, while PQR Enterprises sends a demand notice under Section 8. Both of them did their duties. XYZ Limited disputes the claim of PQR Enterprises. He rejects the dispute of PQR Enterprises, but not of ABC Bank. That means what? He is not accepting, but he is accepting this. That means what? You tell me, people, if there is a dispute, do you think NCLT will admit the application of operation creditors? No. So ABC Bank's application as a financial creditor, ABC Bank can initiate CRP. If satisfied, NCLT will admit the application. But over here, NCLT will reject the application if a genuine dispute exists. Since XYZ Limited disputes a claim, PQ Enterprises cannot proceed under Section 9. Okay, this is the answer, people. Very easy. Now next, LMN Private Limited is undergoing CRP. Okay, IRP has constituted the committee of creditors. Okay, during the process, IRP requires interim finance and create a security interest on the company's assets. Number 1 is to get funds, they are mortgaging company assets. Also to get interim finance, they are raising. What approvals are required and what are duties of IRP in this context? So you have to mention when would 66% approval is required by COC. We have already done this, people. And duties of IRP you have to mention. Very easy. Next, question number 3. How many questions there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Additional 5 questions. Very easy, people. It is extremely easy. Just be with me. OPQ Limited, a corporate debtor, has violated the terms of approved resolution plan within 12 months of its implementation. He has violated the plan. Can he now again initiate CRP? No. Over here, answer is done, people. We have covered this concept. Who cannot initiate CRP? Yes or no? Perfect. So he has violated terms of resolution plan within 12 months. It has undergone CRP or pre-packaged. It is currently undergoing CRP or PRIP. A liquidation order has been passed. If these are the cases, no fresh CRP application can be filed. Now this question comes under this category. Hence, he cannot initiate CRP. Very easy, people. Question number 4. During the CIRP, the COC comprises of only 2 financial creditors. Okay. 2 financial creditors. Let's give them A and B. Bank A with 70% voting share and Bank B with 30% voting share. A resolution plan is proposed. What is the minimum approval required for the plan to be accepted? And what happens if Bank A votes in favor while Bank B votes against? Obviously, we know 66% majority is required. So whatever Bank A will say, that will prevail. Very easy. Question number 5. UVW Limited is under CRP. Okay. RP intends to change the capital structure of the company and amend its constitutional documents. Outline the approvals required. 66% is required. Yes or no, people? We know under what circumstances prior approval of COC is required. Yes or no, people? Perfect. Now question number 6. An operational creditor XYZ Services sends a demand notice to ABC Corporation. So XYZ Services operational creditor sends a demand notice to ABC for unpaid dues. ABC Corporation does not respond within 10 days. XYZ Services files an application under Section 9. However, ABC provides an evidence of a pre-existing dispute. How should the NCLT proceed? Under Section 9, if corporator fails to respond within 10 days, CRP and operation creditor can file CRP. Yes or no? Now that he has filed for CRP, there is an existing dispute. So NCLT must reject the application if there is a genuine dispute. Yes or no, people? Question number 7. During the CRP of DEF, the RP identifies certain transaction as preferential and fraudulent. What actions can the RP take and what are the implications of the parties involved? RP can directly go to NCLT to reverse the transaction. Yes or no? Implications of transaction can be reversed. Involved parties may be directed to restore the position of the corporator or the creditor before having these transactions. Penalties may be imposed on parties. So people, we are done with CIRP. Yes or no, people? From next lecture onwards, what we're going to do is we're going to begin with corporate governance. Right, people? I'm hoping that you are understanding every single thing that I'm teaching you, people. If you have got any doubt, just make sure that you're dropping all your doubts in the YouTube comment section, okay? In the best way possible, as quickly as possible, I'm going to make sure that all your doubts are resolved. Yes or no, people? That's all from my side. Today's session is over. Thank you so much for watching. You have been an amazing audience, people. Okay, I genuinely love you guys. Okay, so we are going to meet in the next one. Until then, eat well, sleep well, study well. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye bye.